Litera Create includes functionality to create documents from firm-approved templates, as well as insert your favorite content from your clause library. Create is a customizable solution, meaning that your organization will have some preset templates and clauses for you to choose from as the gold standard for your firm. And you'll also be able to create your own personal templates and content. Let's start by creating a document using our Create button. When I press Create, it will bring up my Create Insert dialog and give me my template library. This is separated into a few sections. My content at the top, which includes my favorites, personal templates, and templates that have been shared with me either through shared folders or directly from other users. My firm templates, separated by category as designed by my firm administration. So in this case, I have faxes, letters, memos, pleadings. But again, this is customizable and can be defined by your admin team. Lastly, we have additional categories for firm packets, as well as the entire template library, where you can search for specific templates as needed. Let's go back to our favorites, and we're going to choose a master services agreement. You can choose to apply saved data here, or you can just press OK. Here you'll see your template appear on the left-hand side and your variable editor here on the right-hand side. This form will be customized to your templates and could include integrations to Outlook to pull in contact information, default values based on firm standards, or space for you to enter new information. You can also set author preferences to adjust your default values as needed. Now I could continue to fill this out, or I could choose to apply data here as well. And let's say I'd like to select some saved data. When I choose OK, that information will be populated here on the right-hand side, and I can modify as needed. After making my modifications, I can choose to save this as a new data set or save any data set at any given time. This would be particularly helpful to save this data in order to share with my colleagues or to use myself in the future. After I've made my selections, I can choose to finish, or I can go to the next step and choose Finish and Show Library to go to my clause library. Your content library will appear on the right-hand side, very similar to our template library. We have our content, so my personal content that I've saved and stored for future use. I have practice content, which is content that has been created for me by my firm administrators, and content that has also been approved for me to use by my firm administrators. You can see as I expand some of these out, that includes some additional content that I can use for future documents. I have shared content, which will be folders created by my administrators and content that has been shared by other users. I can also have content shared directly to me by other users, and their name will show up as a folder name here for me. And lastly, depending on your configuration, you may have external content to connect out to your DMS or other products such as Kira in order to pull in additional content. Let's say I need to add this deposit clause into my document under my payment terms. I can do that really simply by placing my cursor. I can right-click to choose Insert at Selection Point, drag and drop, or double-click to insert my deposit clause into my document. You'll notice that this saved the formatting, it inserted it with the formatting of my document, recognizing the numbering style that I have in place, so I don't have to do anything like copy paste and then spend extra time reformatting my new content. My library is only as good as the content that I've saved, and it's really simple to build your library. Highlight the text that you would like to save as content. This could be a table, a paragraph, a definition, or an entire document if you would like, and choose to save from your Litera ribbon. Here you'll have an option to choose to save this as content. And your end users will be able to store and save this in their own personal library, while administrators will be able to save this content directly into the practice content folders. We'll give this content a name. We'll give it a tag for that to be easier to find in future iterations. We'll give this text a name. We'll also give it a tag so that this is easier to find in the future. I could add additional details in my help text, maybe who this has been approved by. If I were pulling this from an existing document, my source document URL would be populated, but that's not necessary to save this block of text as content. I could also choose to add a help web URL or help email here so that users who intend to use this paragraph in the future know where they need to go in case they have any questions. You can use this feature here called Anonymize in order to replace your client-specific details with variable placeholders so that you can reuse the content without the risk of accidentally including personal information. You'll see with this text that I highlighted below that there isn't anything to anonymize here, so I can unselect that checkbox. Now I can choose OK, decide to overwrite, and save this new block of text. You'll see below I have a preview of this text. I can choose the question mark to see what this looks like, see my additional help text information, and now this is readily available to share, to insert into at selection port, or insert in a new document. As you can see, Litera Create is a powerful tool to drive you to your first drafts quickly and with the confidence that you're using firm-approved templates and content.